How's everybody doing tonight? And welcome to the Roadrunner 89 Swirl to Investment Network. Okay, I got something on my mind today, and I've been thinking about this for, a little bit. And what I want to talk about is white privilege. Okay, we hear about that, right? When it comes to racial privilege. Okay, back in the day, we did have that white privilege. People says it's still happening today, and I would say in some places yes, but I don't think it's nowhere near what it used to be. But thinking about that, okay, and when I think of white privilege, look, I cashed in my white privilege card way back in the day, and I cashed it in to be with a black woman, okay. And when I got married back in '94, that white privilege card, I threw it away, cashed it in, and you know what? The marriage I have today has given me more privilege than this so called white privilege. And let me explain. In my group, with my peers at the same economic level, people I'm around, I have a stronger marriage, a longer lasting marriage, over 29 years. I'm doing good financially, have a little bit more than my peers. Well, because I've been consistent and my employment. I've gotten a couple pensions along the way, working on my third one. I've been consistent. And I owe a lot of it to my wife. You know, marrying the black woman that people told me not to do. Told me that I would end up being heartbroken. I would get hurt. It would hurt me in society, maybe within employment and stuff like that, but it hasn't. Okay? There have been people along the way that have tried to hurt me. There's been some racial incidents, against me and my wife, both black and white. But when I look at it overall, and maybe at the time it didn't seem like I had privilege being with a black woman, but later on, I got a lot of privilege. I got a woman that loves me. I got a good family. I got stability. I have a legacy. And when I look at the stats and I see that black women, white men, when they come together in marriage, they're more successful than any other pairings. Their marriages are lasting longer. In fact, their children are doing a little bit better than other children. Okay? And then financially, black women, white men are doing better. And the collective, now it's not to say they're all doing better, of course not. But when you look at the stats and the numbers, you see black women, white men doing amazing things and being successful. And not only in love and marriage, but financially doing better. And I've said this many times, and I'll say it again. When a black woman loves you, you know it, and she brings out the best in you. If you're doing what you're supposed to as a man, you're going to be successful with the black woman. And a lot of us white men, are experiencing that. We're getting this extra privilege. And I would say it's more than white privilege itself. Okay? Because we're getting more wealth with black women. And it's not that they're bringing wealth to the marriage, no. It's that they're bringing their love, their loyalty, and their beautiful selves, and they're bringing the best out of us, making us believe there's nothing we can't do. And some people say, well, and they see black women, white men doing good, and they'll say, well, that's white supremacy. No, it's love supremacy. Okay? And black women, white men are the power couple. And what we're doing right now is we're not bringing white privilege in. We're creating our own privilege by our success, by the love we have with each other, by going that extra mile. Because we are the leaders in our communities, we're pouring in from both ends. You're getting two positives come together. So damn right I threw away my white privilege card because I got something better. I got the power couple platinum privilege card. Don't leave home without it. I'm telling you, living my best life. And I'm not taking a dig at nobody. I'm not. I wish the best for everybody. Whatever your pairing is, whether you're black, white, man or woman, I want the best for everybody. Because we all do better when others do better. We really do. I know some people feel good when others fail, but that don't help you. In fact, in the long run, it hurts you. It hurts us all. But look, when I decided to date black women, and that's when I first started dating, and I've dated black women exclusively. People say, well, that's weird, this kind of some kind of fetish. No, it's not. It's called true love. Okay? Men and women do have desires for each other. It's a natural thing. And I see beauty in all women. Okay? Black women just happen to be my preference. Okay? And it's not a fetish thing. It's a love thing. It's not a white supremacy thing. It's a love supremacy thing. And look, we're doing the best because we're working the hardest. We're putting the most into each other. So I would say to other white men or any non-black men, invest in the black woman. Cash in that white privilege card for the black woman. You'll be better off. You'll have more privilege than you ever dreamed of. And you'll be the ones that create that privilege. It won't be given to you. You'll create it yourself. Because let's face it, where the privilege really is in wealth. And who gets that wealth? Some are born with it. But a lot of people earn it. They put in the work to get that wealth. Thus, they create their own privilege. And we all have privilege over somebody. Just being in America, we have privilege over many people in different countries. Look how they live. Our poor people on welfare get food to eat, where people in third world countries, they'll be lucky to get one meal at the end of the day. Sometimes they'll go without a few days. So there's privilege everywhere. But look, this white privilege thing, I threw it away. I cashed it in long ago for the black woman. And thank God I did. Because I have a privilege when it comes to love, when it comes to blessings, when it comes to family. And yes, when it comes to finances. Because my wife has brought the best out of me, and she's made me better than I ever thought I could be. But anyway, that's my thoughts. Tell me what you think. We know there's privilege, right? Yeah, there's white privilege out there, okay? I'd never really noticed it because I had to work for everything I got, but okay. But I tell you one privilege I do have, and it's my wife. Being married to a black woman that everybody said I would be a failure for doing. No. I've experienced many blessings and success. And that's because, you know what? When you really look at it, there are a lot of good black women, white men that are coming together in love and marriage. And that's a beautiful thing. And we should celebrate that. Not hate them for it. Don't hate someone that works hard and is successful. Be happy for them and learn from them. But anyway, that's just my thoughts. Have a good night.